Hi, I'm Katherine and welcome to Scoutadelic. Today I'm going to show you how to take a soil profile and why soil is so important. To take your soil profile, you're going to need a few bits of equipment. You're going to need a jam jar, a trowel or something to dig the soil with, a container to put the soil in, and also a jug of water. But first we need to understand what is soil. Soil is made up of three main components, and what I'm drawing here is a simple diagram to explain that, also known as the soil triangle. First of all, soil, the first component is sand, and that is a large particle. Then there is silt, which is a medium-sized particle, and then there is clay, which are the smallest particles. And the perfect soil is an even mixture of all three, which you can see in the middle. So I've got my trowel and I've got my container. Now I'm going to take the soil sample. The soil, and make sure that it is free from any weeds or debris. Now you don't want to be taking the soil straight from the top here, because in the first 10 centimetres of that soil is the contamination layer. That could mean that anything from weeds to any bits of nasties can be actually present in there that can distort the reading. So you want to clear an area of soil first, and then you're going to start digging down, and then just take your soil sample from there. So now that we've got our soil sample, we're going to put it in our jar. So you're going to make sure that it's nice and crumbly. Ooh, if I don't get it all over myself whilst I'm doing this. Okay, and then you're only going to put about an inch in the bottom of your jam jar. So you don't actually need that much soil anyway. I love making a mess, so eat your heart out with cleaning up afterwards. So let's see if that's going to be enough. So that's going to be enough soil. You're going to need your jug of water now, and you're going to pour it in right the way up to the top. And you can see already that it's nice and black because it's doing its job already. Now, let's get you back up here. The important thing is to screw that lid on very, very tightly, otherwise you're going to look like you've had soil all over you as well. So tighten that up nice and tight so it doesn't escape anything, and then you've got to give it a shake. So you can go shake, 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 Sonora, shake your butt down, give it a bit of a cocktail shake. As shaking it, basically you are breaking up all that soil, the components, and mixing it with water. And that's when the magic happens and things start to settle. Okay, so let's give it a little bit more of a shake, making sure that any lumps and bumps have been broken up with that water. Okay, and you can see already that it has started to settle. So what do we do now? We wait 24 hours and see what happens. So here's our jar 24 hours later. It has settled enough so that we can see the different layers. So if you remember back to the little drawing I did about the three different types of particles that make up our soil, the clay, silt and sand, I will run through them. But first of all, let's take a look at this bit here. This is our dark cloudy layer with some bits that are floating on the top. That is our organic matter. Now that's the additional thing that helps make up our soil. And it's dead important because that is the bit that has a lot of the added nutrients, things that the worms eat. But if we go down to these bottom three layers here, this is what we need to know. Let's start at the bottom. The bottom particles are the heaviest and the biggest in size. Now these are the sand. This is the sand particles, and in between are the silt, and on the top are the clay. because that is all the fine particles. Now, I'm not sure how good this is unless I zoom in and out, but basically we've got quite a heavy sandy soil here.
Why is it useful to know what our soil is made up of? Well, it's important because we can then see what the perfect growing medium is, so that we can then grow a variety of plants which not only help feed us but is also there for the environment.
So how easy was that test? Something you can do easily at home. So get those jam jars, get a little bit of soil and water and see what your soil is made up of. If you've liked this video, don't forget to give it a like, give it a share, give us a follow on Facebook or Instagram, but particularly give us a subscribe on YouTube. Bye for now.